going on, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the BTSI Show. I'm your host, Christopher Drake. Thank you guys for tuning in. Before we initiate this podcast, do me a favor and like this video, subscribe to my YouTube page, follow me on all social media accounts. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, one lucky person will get $100 when we do our Cash App giveaway. For my wrestling fans, once we reach 1,000 subscribers, we will do live reactions and a watch party for AEW's pay-per-view events. Don't forget to visit the BTSI Show website now. In this segment of Christopher J's 101, I went to Dallas and I sat down with a good brother. He is a content creator in his own right because he is also on my Clubhouse team. His rooms are jumping, successful, and from building up what he did on Clubhouse, he is ready to transition into YouTube. So with that being stated, although this will be in a podcast format, me and Content King sat down in downtown Dallas. We had an interview regarding the algorithms, the journey it took for him to get here, and we give each other flowers in the middle of this one-on-one. So enjoy the meeting of two kings. This episode today is brought to you by F&X. I want to talk to you guys about something. As some guys may know, I'm back in the gym. I go early in the morning, particularly around 4:30, 5:30 in the morning. I do my 6 miles, and on certain days, I like to get my core in, my upper body, my lower body, get that taken care of throughout the week. Now, as you may expect, I'm a little bit tired, a little bit down. I need help with that recovery process. So why not add this? Is Restart AM Protein Blend. In this protein, it comes with nutrients that is going to help you in your recovery process. For example, when it comes to cognition, to help improve alertness and attention and also relieve your anxiety, probiotics to help with improve your gut and health immunity. Like I said, we like to focus on that recovery process. Let's start today at the gym, and once we're done, let's restart it, get the day knocked out ahead of us. Go ahead, add that to your shopping cart, and while you're at it, don't forget to add some workout gear. Fill up your shopping carts, and when you do, the promo code is BTSI for 15% off. Again, BTSI for 50% off at checkout.
What I've learned since I've started creating content is if you cultivate a conversation a certain type of way, it can grow into something else. It's all about managing perspectives versus personalities. You're gonna have people on the far left, the far right,
Right.
people in the middle. You get what I'm saying? And so I just love that room so much because it gave space for everybody.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
And that's why, although, and like I said, that one particular room, although the Garys of the world will get on my nerves at times, well,
Yeah.
especially during the beginning,
Yeah.
but now, do I still disagree with you? Hell yes.
Yeah.
But from what we're learning now, I don't need 5, 10 people on stage or on a panel saying the exact same thing. Like, it's like I need to hear from the other side. What is you guys' take? Like, for example, matter of fact, ESPN is on the screen. I remember when Will Kane was on ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciated the hell out of Will Kane because I didn't feel like going to Fox News to get their filter through their takes, and
Okay.
I definitely didn't want to go to One American Network or whatever that cable provider is called. I didn't want to go there. In the space I'm in, you gave me Will Kane, and I get to
Okay.
hear his side,
Okay.
and I say thank you. That's why I know, although he's on Fox News right now, I'll support Will Kane wherever he go because I can at least listen to him very much so than listen to some radicals.
Yeah.
So that's the best way to look at it. You have to have the yin and the yang when we have these conversations.
No, for sure. Because at the end of the day, I think people get lost that there's no such thing as right or wrong. See, one thing that I try not to do is argue people's perspectives because the way you see the world is based on so many factors, even down to where you grew up, how you grew up, your parents, their mental state, how you was raised. There's so many different determining factors that go into why you think the way that you do. That sometimes even when we attack people point, they think that's an indoctrination on them. That's why
Mm-hmm.
so many people get triggered. So I might give them pushback on their thought process, or I might ask them questions trying to see, at least tell me how did you come to this conclusion?
Right.
Because we might not agree, but at least it gives me a chance to say, okay, I see why you think like this. 'Cause sometimes I hear shit and I just be like, I don't know how the fuck you came to this conclusion. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes two plus two will equal 3,000, and you
Right.
just like you just stuck trying to figure it out. So, but when you cultivate a conversation to where even the people who barely talk, they want to chime in, that's when you know you got something going on. And I give a lot of credit to content creators like the Lapeef Network because they put the work in and they put in years and years and that's what they did. You know what I'm saying? They was bringing in a bunch of unknown people for
Mm-hmm.
years. You know what I'm saying? And they had some great dope conversations. You get what I'm saying? And
Right.
so this it's time. It's still time for some new blood in the game, and I'm coming for the game. I got a plan that I'm finna lay out, just like how Lapeef he rolled out a network, and I'm following his strategy, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I want to be the Master P of content creation. And what I mean by that is Master P had one year where they put out like 32 albums, and people thought that that was crazy. A lot of those
Mm-hmm.
albums was going gold and platinum. Some I only sold 200,000, but what he realized is the market was set up to where it didn't matter if they only sold 200,000. If he marketed by putting the next album, he put a picture of the next album in the last album, and
Mm-hmm.
you didn't even spend no money. Some of these people didn't even have videos; they just put it out. Another 200,000, put it out. They're like they damn near was printing money. And what I've seen in this market is once people like your content, they want to see more of it. Once
Right.
people watch one video up from you, it's almost like discovering a new artist. You know what? I like this song. Let me go find the video. Okay, I watched the video. Okay, he got five, six more songs. Let me
Mm-hmm.
listen to these. Oh, I like these too.
That's the
Let me go
algorithm.
listen. You know what I'm saying? And content is the same way. Once people draw a connection to you or they like the content you're making, whether it's hilarious, whether they find value, whether it's educational, whether it's inspirational, there's so many different angles you can go in the content creation process. You know what I'm saying? But they all for it and they just gonna be looking to consume more. So I don't look at
Mm-hmm.
none of these people like drifters.
Right.
They all just entrepreneurs in my book.
I agree, and that's why when this whole situation came out, I told them the new buzzword is gonna be grifter,
Yeah,
because I would then flip it back on them is they say, so what are you doing here?
yeah,
Like you got your own platform, you're monetized, you can make your own money, and you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Are you grifting? And we had to break that word down. Grifter means that you're a swindler, and we had to
yeah,
break down the word swindler. And I'd say that you guys are idiots.
yeah,
Like, if you don't like the content, the individual, don't support them, don't support her, but don't come out here and accuse them of doing something that you're doing. It's like we're all here to, well, most of us are here to make money. Me, I'm here for something a little bit different. But the main goal is the commonality is you're going to get paid based off of what you do. So the best thing to do is put the money, the idea you're going to make money to the side. Yes, entrepreneur, of course, but take the idea that you're going to put money to the side because the money for the most part is going to be there based off of how much work you put in. Put something else to it. Like with me talking to Fantasy and talking to Q, I have not interviewed anybody since 2011, 2012, and that's when I was at University of Houston as a writer for one of those programs.
yeah.
I haven't done that since then, and this is just me putting something, checking something out the box. I did Fancy Q. I'm interviewing Callie Bev in a couple of weeks,
Okay,
and like I told you guys in Clubhouse, at the end of the month, the last Saturday of the month, I'm gonna see to it that me and Ingrid have a chat
okay.
because I gotta. because well, I won't go into the reasons why or why I'm doing that interview. I'll wait for that moment to come. But this is something that I'm doing. I'm mastering myself. People told me you could not do this.
Yeah,
I am doing everything that people told me I couldn't do. And not only that, I'm doing that with little to no production. I got a cell phone right there. I got a ring light holding this up. And I literally have a remote to control everything.
yeah,
People spend, and there's nothing wrong with spending thousands of dollars because that's an investment. The more you invest in yourself, the more people are going to invest in you. But at the bare minimum, I'm doing everything that everybody else is doing with little to nothing. So the only thing I can do right now is just get my word out there and get my thoughts out there and start checking off on my checklist. Because eventually I'm gonna fade to the back
yeah.
and start pushing people to the front.
So I agree with you. And production value, is I don't want to frame this. Production value is very important, right?
Mhm.
So if we were to pull up the Billboard charts right now, right?
Mhm.
I guarantee you, majority of those songs in the top 100 are generating millions of dollars. Some of those songs, and that's annually. Some of those songs are gonna generate
Mhm.
$1 million a month, depending on how big the song is, right?
Right.
Some of those songs, majority of those songs, were created in $1 million studios with high priced producers,
Yep.
high priced engineers,
Yep.
sometimes with high priced writers and artists that are already there. But sometimes, every now and then, a song like Old Town Road, I'll use
Mhm.
Lil Nas X for example.
Mhm.
It's rumored that he bought that beat online for $100.
Mhm.
He only spent another $100 on recording the song, getting it mixed and mastered, uploading the platforms. He did all the marketing for free. So for a budget of $200, he started a song that eventually got picked up by labels, and it went on to be diamond.
The
And
no, I
probably,
think the number one stream song. I think the number one stream song ever,
yeah.
or
And
something to that extent.
so production is definitely important, but you have to be working with something like it's no point going out and spending $7,000 on the camera if what the camera is recording is going to be trash.
Right.
And listen, no iPhone, no matter how good the camera is, it can't compare to equipment that you can buy. You know what
Sure.
I'm saying? I used to have damn, was that a Mark? It was a Canon camera. I want to say it was a Mark II,
Mhm.
but it was like a $4,000 camera. Long story short, great, incredible quality. But if what you put in front of that camera don't compare, somebody with an iPhone can still create better content. So quality is important, but you definitely have to like go through the process. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like shooting the gym per se. So I definitely agree with you. It took me a while to get my speech right, as far as me even feeling comfortable talking. And I think Clubhouse has helped me perfect a lot of stuff. I still got a lot of work to do, but
Mhm.
I definitely agree with you. And I see your growth. I see you getting better and better. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been watching you for a while, and I see your consistency as well is
Mhm.
getting better and better.
I
And that's
appreciate that.
another thing that they don't talk about. That YouTube algorithm rewards consistency. So the more
Mhm.
you post, the bigger your reach gonna be too. So
No, you're right about that, and I appreciate the flowers on that one, man. I appreciate really do. I was like speaking of the algorithm, and of course, on your case, you're doing. You say you're making improvements. You still got some room for growth. We all got room for growth. Case you, I can't tell. I think you spot on what you're doing on Clubhouse, the rooms that you're hosting, the interaction, how you're interacting with people, and getting them involved, whether it be your room or whether you helping out in my room. So I think you're already there, and so how far you go is solely up to you. And we're gonna champion you, and we're gonna push you,
I
as far as
appreciate
you
that.
want to as far as you want to go, man. But
Thank you.
today's episode is brought to you by a video. So let's get right into it. As some of you guys may know, during my transition from one place to this place, I lost a lot of my merchandise and I had to replace a lot of things that was in my previous house. One thing that did not make the trip was my watch. In some way, shape, or form, I cannot find my tribal necklace anywhere. I blame the 5-year old. So we're gonna have to fix that. So let's go on the website and see what do I spot with my big old eyes. Now this is getting added to the collection. Ladies and gentlemen, Luxuria. Luxuria. Do you see how beautiful this thing looks? Oh no, Lord. Oh, this is nice. Appearance is suitable for all occasions. A forward thinking but traditional design, rooted in traditional with a modern contemporary look for men. This is not a bad looking watch. This is extremely nice. I like the stainless steel look of all of it. This is luxury now. This is nice. I'm getting this. And yes, I'm getting back my tribal necklace. It looked good on me. My wife liked how it looked on me, and that's all that matters. So I'm getting this back. Well, video is a place where you can update your wardrobe, you can add accessories, and yes, there's something for the ladies as well. You got scarves, you got purses, you got glasses, you got some nice accessories, and even just something to enhance your good looks. So please go to a video. The link is located in my link tree links. Click it, fill up your shopping carts. When you do, the promo code is BTSI for 50% off. Again, BTSI for 50% off at checkout. Let's get to the algorithm because I was when we was partying yesterday. The special guest was Charleston, and he was giving our game because about how this whole algorithm thing worked, and that's when he broke that down and told me because algorithm is my number one enemy in all of this. I don't care if it's YouTube, I don't care if it's social media. I do not know how algorithms work because I told him yesterday I could put out something that I really want to put out that is actually going to be beneficial and fruitful for people to hear. No, damn near no views. But when I just put some boring video of me driving, talking like in the middle of the dark, and I'm already dark as it is,
Yeah.
and I put that out, just whatever, 1,200 views. I'm like, what? I was like, what do you? I was like, well, see, and that has been my biggest problem with algorithms. But he broke it down on how to push your content, to push your content out. And I felt like, and once he said that, I was like, I'm doing this whole thing wrong. So I need to figure out how to. I need to figure that part out. Actually, I haven't figured out. That's why I think we are going to talk on Tuesday, and I'm gonna break down what he said, and how we can all be beneficial with this. But how has the algorithm game been treating you? Because it ain't been doing shit for me.
Um,
Like understanding it, does it make sense? Does it can it add value? Like how do you feel about this algorithm? Like what's your take on it?
I understand the algorithm, so it hasn't been an issue. So for those who don't know, I used to be a musical artist, right?
Hmm.
I used to be a part of a group 40 Carats, and you can YouTube that millions of plays. I haven't released music in 12 years, and I still get a check every month from my
Mm,
music from streaming. Like 12 years ago, streaming sites didn't even exist. So
right.
it lets you know that I had to have enough people listening to my music that by the time the streaming sites came along and I put it on there, they still wanted to consume it because I haven't marketed my music. But I have artists on my label. My main artist, Lil Lyric, Free Lyric. He just got sentenced to 9 years. So I'm not
Yeah.
gonna get into that. But if you were to pick up your phone and look at his numbers right now, um, his numbers going crazy on YouTube, and that's because I know the algorithm. He did a song with Sauce Walker, right?
Yep.
So
Those are Sauce Walker.
the way that I marketed the song was, since Sauce Walker already had an audience, I targeted the audience that he already had.
Mm,
So what I'm saying is, you've done content with people, let's say from the Peef Network, right?
mm,
The way for you to market that content is to direct that content to people who are already familiar with the person that's in your video.
mm,
So it starts with tags. You put them in the tags. The second thing you
mm,
do is you
mm-hmm.
gotta tag their name. You don't just tag their name in the video, you tag their name in the description, you
Yep.
tag their name in the tags, right?
Mm.
The second thing that you do is every channel can create a playlist, right?
No,
Say if
you.
I got a video with a person, it don't matter their name, XYZ. I would go on my channel and create a playlist, a YouTube playlist, the best of XYZ. I would find some of their top, they most viewed clips. And guess what I would put in the middle of every video? A video that they did with me. So I'm mixing that in. YouTube is no different from a Spotify or Apple Music. A lot of people get discovered off playlists, and playlists are basically free promotion. A
The new
lot of
radio.
a lot of record labels use playlists even on YouTube to break artists. They got these big playlists that they created with their artists already, but they got their songs in there. They take a new artist nobody know, just throw them on a YouTube playlist. It don't cost them any money because they own the channel. Next thing you know, damn, this dude blew up out of nowhere. Now they just threw him on a playlist, one that they own. Or they got playlists on all the streaming platforms that they own and they curate. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So it's like mixing it in. Then you get to the paid stuff. You got the what they call the influence campaign. You can pay people to shout you out. You can pay people to post you on IG. But what you can also do is you can pay for ads. And what you can do when you pay for ads is I can specifically target, like you have an interview with Island Girl Q. I
Mm,
could take that video, and for less than a penny a view, I can make it only play on the videos on her channel. I can also make those videos play for any video in any channel in the manosphere. I can go full manosphere, or I can
mm,
say, you know what, I'm gonna specifically target this video just to your channel, and I can make all your people watch that shit. And then they watch that one video, then they're gonna want to go watch the rest. Your subscribers become my subscribers. So it's a trickle down effect, and it don't
right.
cost money. But then once you start getting to the paid stuff, it just better targeted. You get what
Mm,
I'm saying?
right.
So
That is part of the game. That's one of the things that we was talking about. That's on the YouTube side, but on the social media side, it's the same thing.
yeah,
And I didn't know that. I'm a public figure. I'm a public figure on IG, and I got a Facebook page, Twitter, whatever.
yeah,
But it always the option is right there for you to get into the algorithm. The only thing is it was a little bit complex, and I was like I didn't want to give out any information. But when they tell me how much small change they put in to those algorithms to market everywhere,
yeah,
and it's basically like, dude, you stopping yourself. You only hurting yourself if you don't do this, and you're trying to get your word out, get your message out there.
yeah,
So probably put like just like literally like maybe $30 a day, not even 100. 100 would be better, but just putting $30 a day to the side, you can watch everything blow up. You try to sell a business, be an entrepreneur, sell business. Your shit's gonna blow up. You're trying to make music, it's gonna blow up. Trying to do what we're doing, it's gonna blow up easily. It's just the only thing stopping us is us.
yeah.
So now you right about that, and I found that out really yesterday, and I was like, I've been doing this whole algorithm thing wrong the whole fucking time, but better late than never.
Hmm.
That's why it's good to link up with people and just bounce ideas and networking.
Like all together, I probably accumulated 12 million YouTube views
Mm,
from what
that's
I
good.
know from what I know about marketing. And I'm gonna tell you this: if you putting out content consistently over time, eventually you will go viral. It's just inevitable.
Right.
It's just one of them things that like I said, it's sometimes it can be clickbait. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
You might go react to a Charleston White video. Next thing you know, the video got 500,000, but your video got 500,000. It just really all depends. It's the consistency. But if you follow certain metrics and you tag stuff right and you consistent with it, eventually you will be found. Like nothing is gonna be consistency, but also the quality of your content definitely has
Yes.
to stand out. It has to have replay value because there's so many videos that I watch one time and I never want to see again. But then you got
Mm-hmm.
some videos, like it's on a podcast. I think it's called the Whatever
The Whatever
Podcast.
podcast. Yep.
Shout out to them guys. They got some clips that, bro. I've sat there and literally watched them over 60 times and just cried, like just back to back to back, like
Yeah, that should be funny. Yeah. That, especially that
yeah.
um I
Don't
copy
even
you.
don't even go there, bro. Let's you. I don't know what you gonna say, but you gonna open up a can of worms. You know what I'm saying?
I threw my shit out. I
But
was like,
yeah,
that's not what we doing, man.
yeah,
But
yeah.
salute to them, man. But well, I wanted to chop it up with you about. So we already spoke about the clubhouse thing. Well, you also brought up something about replay value. Um, I went to check, and of course, I understand a lot of people's not gonna watch my earlier stuff because a lot of it doesn't have a replay value because the equipment I was using, the lighting, filler words, and just also the inexperience. But I did all that just to get here to this point. The one video that has 6,100,000 views is of me reviewing when Ti Tiny went on the red tabletop
Okay.
regarding the Hyman situation.
Yeah.
Never did I think I was ever still going to get views off of that video to this day,
Yeah.
and that's only because with my inexperience, I was able to provide replay value. I actually tapped into something that people wanted to hear. Not only that, I did that in a timely manner.
Exactly.
And I had to test that out again just when the time right and my schedule permitted. Kevin Samuels, God rest his soul, he was on a Thursday night, his Thursday IG Live, and one chick, Tiny's friend, I think she's part of SWB, I'm not 100% sure. She came on the live and was talking crazy to Kevin. And instead of waiting, because I didn't have stream at the time, I wasn't streaming at the time, I just did the video.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting, when that situation happened, I found out, immediately watched it, went back and just record my video, edit it, post it.
Yeah.
Woke up in the morning, hundreds of views. Because you have to put out something that people want to hear, and you gotta do it in a timely manner. Because
Exactly.
you can put out something people want to hear, but if you missed it because new things happen like this all the time, and you just gotta hurry up and catch it. Like for example, what's this guy's name? Victor. I forgot his name. He got a
Puerto
long name.
Rico.
What's his name?
You talking about the basketball
Yep.
player?
This guy. Obviously, he's gonna be in the draft. This Victor W. kid. I can't. If his last name pop up, I'll say it. If I was to quickly review this clip,
Yes.
give an analysis, and break all that stuff down and post it in a timely manner with the algorithm pertaining to
Yeah.
basketball, college, professional, ESPN, that type of stuff, man, we'll get 1,000 views by 9 o'clock tonight. Hell, maybe by 12 o'clock noon.
Yeah.
Because people are gunning and interested in this kid. It's all about timing. It's all about how good you are, and people want to hear you. And also, not only that, the time length matters. I, so I could do I could do an interview with Q and Fantasy, but when I do the clips, minimum approximately around the 8 minute mark, get people in and get people out.
Yeah. And it's see, I'm gonna tell you that's a two-edged sword because it's what's right with the game, but it's also what's wrong with the game. Because
Mm-hmm.
people rather be first than right.
Facts.
So sometimes people will just put a story out, the shit be like it's not true, because sometimes everybody will be thinking this is what happened, and then a couple of days later we see what really happened. Like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be so much
Mm-hmm.
speculation at first. It take a while to get the real story, and a lot of people don't come back and say, "Well, damn, this is what really happened." But if you first, you're gonna always get views, right? So I'll give you an example. Then it's also how you structure the content that you're rating. So
Mm-hmm.
like I know you mostly talk about relationships, but you also talk about the black structure, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was a case in hip hop, um, Troy Ave Taxstone,
Yep. Sorry.
and I think
Tax. Sorry
Taxstone
to hear that, brother.
he got found guilty, right?
Yep.
Now most relationship channels wouldn't never touch that story. What do
Mm-hmm.
this have to do with relationships?
Right.
But a Tommy Sotomayor, he would touch it because
Mm-hmm.
he's going to come from the angle of this is the result of a single mother home. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So it's also how you frame, because you can really, there's no limits to none of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, picking them viral moments, not no necessarily chasing stories, but once the verdict got read or once something, you know what I'm saying? It's people who already got videos ready to upload. As soon as the news come out, they upload.
Yep.
They might even have different versions of the video. See, that's when you get to the point to where I can't call these people drifters. It's just smart business.
You're exactly. And I've always been the idea of thinking that, like, all right, if he's guilty, put this out. If he's guilty of discharged but innocent, put this video out. Oh, he's completely free, put this video out.
Yeah,
Do your edits, whatever, do whatever you gotta do. Just sit back and wait. He got found guilty, post it. Boom.
exactly.
That's smart. That's intelligent business. I would never fault anybody for doing that.
Exactly. You know?
Not even a little bit. Today's episode is brought to you by Brytn Smile. Now, you guys need to keep your mouths clean, keep your mouths white, and keep your mouths bright between dentist visits. I get it, I understand. So here's where Brytn Smile come into play. Yes, good old Brytn Smile. Now, in this whitening kit, it comes with a multitude of things that you need. Starters, you're going to need a user manual on how to operate the devices that come with it. Next up, you have a shade chart to keep you posted on where your teeth fall on the chart. That is very beneficial. Also, these gel pens. Put the gel on each tooth. Do it correctly. Follow the manual. And, well, we have a charger. It comes with a charger. I wonder why. That's right, an LED mouthpiece. This is very beneficial, y'all, as y'all can see. For the blue, it is on for 15 minutes. And once that is done, let's go purple, pink, whatever color you prefer to call it. Let's do that for 10 minutes. Go to Brytn Smile. The link is located in the description. Grab a kit, put in your shopping cart, and when you get to the checkout, the promo code is BTSI for 25% off. Again, BTSI for 25% off. But one more thing, and we're gonna wrap up because we gotta check out in like
Okay,
less than
okay.
30 minutes. If there is one thing that you have to let the world know about you and what you're about to bring to this side of YouTube, what is one thing you would tell them?
Um, Consistency. I've studied the game from different content creators, and I'm not saying this is competition, but there are definitely some huge shoes to fill. I look at like a Tyler Perry, what he's done. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're a fan of him or not, you have to marvel at that. You get what I'm saying? But I also look at what Master P did, because if he wanted to go down that same trajectory, he could have he could have built like the hood version of Netflix by then. But I think it's been one of them things I've been trying to figure out what my place and what do I want to do. So my goal is to not only launch hundreds, if not thousands, of YouTube channels and make endless content. I want to create a platform to where I can roll content creators in like damn near like a record label and just put them in position to be successful. But it's not going to stop there. It's going to eventually turn into series. It's going to turn into movies. Like I went to school to be a film director. You know, I end up starting doing shooting music videos. I got off into some other stuff. I was a truck driver for a while, but I've always been a jack of all trades. So everything that I need done, I don't need to hire anybody, even though I am, because it's gonna be too overwhelming. But I'm gonna do everything except for be the talent and be in front of the camera. You know, I told you I didn't even want to be in front of the camera now, but I definitely rock with you. You know what I'm saying? So I think that this is going to be something you might want to hold on to for some years, because in 10 years from now, it's going to all make sense. It's going to make a whole lot of sense. Right now, somebody just looking and they don't know, but trust me, it's going to make a lot of sense one day, and they're going to be like, damn, because what I see, um, it's potentially can be billions made in this content game. Um, Nobody's gonna has done what I'm trying to do with it. So it's been a lot of greats before me, and I'm not gonna question that. But I don't think anybody has come from the angle that I'm bringing to the game. So
There you have it, man. Welcome to this side of YouTube. Whenever you're ready to
appreciate it.
go, you let me know. I'll be there to support you. Just go. This is the easiest. This is let me not say easy. This is the most challenging thing to do, but it's the most rewarding because you get to you eat what you kill
Yeah,
in this space. So whatever you decide to do, how successful you want to be, solely up to you. I tell people I've been doing this for 8 years part time, and I'm not regretting anything that I'm doing because it's all leading to something. If you said hold on to 10 years, I'm in year number 8 of YouTube. Yesterday we celebrated the 1 year anniversary of me being on this side of YouTube. Prior to that, I'm just putting out videos.
okay,
But on this side of YouTube, now I'm really touching down and touching people and letting them know who I am. So this is just like at year number 8. This will be year number 1 for you on YouTube. Trust me. Before me, the road has been paved already. So you're clear for takeoff. Just fly.
yeah. I appreciate that. I hope that I can get you out here once I finish working on this project. You know, like on the youth Clubhouse, I got a room, the House of Content. I'm actually getting together an actual house of content where every room is going to be a podcast. It's going to be a different setup. We're going to have our mainstream show, and that's something that I'm rolling out before the end of this year. So, like what I'm telling you is, I'm gonna start out with like 5 or 6 different channels where I'm supporting different content creators, and so my goal is to get to the point to where I'm just gonna have an astronomical amount of content creators. Like half of my clubhouse audience, I'm about to convert them into content creators, and we're gonna monetize. We'll talk about that later. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it's just talks, but I like to show and not tell. But yeah, but by the end of this year, we're gonna be definitely on to something.
Yes, sir.
I
Man,
appreciate you, appreciate you, brother. You know, we've been rocking for what 2, 3 years now. You know what I'm saying? You've been one of the realest dudes that I've met. Period. Not just what I'm saying in the metaverse. And I appreciate you for sometimes I might be on one on the app, but that's
hey
all
man.
entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's all good, man.
yeah,
We know how this thing is.
yeah,
Trust me. I'll be on one. I'll be saying some. Some people say you just saying stuff to say stuff. I was like, no, I really mean what I say.
yeah,
I can back it up.
yeah.
Like, for example, I'll touch on this maybe this week or next week. When single mothers say they didn't make this baby by themselves. I could tell you how you made the baby by yourself.
Yeah,
But they're not ready. They're not ready. I introduced
yeah.
that a couple of times. People was a little bit upset. I was like, okay, y'all think I'm playing? Just
That's
watch me
that's
work.
that's touchy. Don't do it. They're gonna celebrate when you die.
Oh, okay, that's perfectly fine.
Don't
That's
do it.
perfectly fine because just like kept saying, it was a year past. those are still here to remember you and to celebrate you and make sure your memories stay on. Number one, I got a son, so my memories gonna stay on. But on this side of YouTube, on this side of what we do, if you're genuine, if you're being well by people, you do right by people, you're gonna be immortalized anyway.
That's correct.
To get to that point, it's the work that you put in. Well, man, hey, bro, appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.